Well, let's take a look at what Emmy found. I think we'll find some useful information here.
Oh, Professor, I had my film developed as well.
Good thinking, Emmy. According to the police report, Bard died when he fell off a cliff.
No sign of struggle at the scene. A will was discovered in his house. The details are sketchy, but it appears that it could have been a suicide or an accident.
And look at this. According to the single eyewitness, there was no one else in the area. And the eyewitness was Clark Triton.
What? My dad? Did Clark ever mention that?
Did you know this, Luke?
This is the first I've heard of it. Mom never mentioned it either.
In his will, Mr. Bard left the rights to his land to Clark.
He left all of that property to someone he wasn't related to? Why?
This is even more interesting. There is no mention of the Specter in today's London newspaper. Despite the massive damage sustained by the town, no mention. Don't you find that strange?
Well, the first we heard about this was in Luke's letter. Is someone trying to keep this story from getting out?
Luke, your dad may be kind of a jerk. It would appear so.
Who would be capable of controlling the information like that?
Only the mayor! Let's confirm the report at the Misthallery police station before we jump to any conclusions. Perhaps Grosky has tracked down the police chief for us. Evan Bard. There are many unresolved questions surrounding the death of Evan Bard. What really happened there? I'm positive that the key to unraveling the mystery of the Specter lies in Evan Bard's death. Why was Clark the sole beneficiary in Evan Bard's will? Alright. Well, we're not out of the chapter, so let's keep going for now. Let's head back to the police station. Emmy, you may want to return to London at some point in our investigation. Honestly, I was really enjoying not having you around. I thought I needed an assistant, but then I forgot how creepy you are and how much I dislike being stalked. Take my car at the entrance of the town. You can select your final destination from there.
Got it. That way I can catch any puzzles I missed in London.
Exactly. Now let's move on. So, if you missed things, you can go back and wander around. Great! Fantastic news! I'm going slowly and looking out for mice. Because I'm mouse paranoid now. Oh. Yeah. I didn't mean to go here, but I'm excited that I got another mouse badge. 6 mouse badges, 6 mouse badges. I have got 6 mouse badges. Can I get it again? I got one from here already. Huh. So they're not assigned to specific locations. You can just get one every time you see a mouse? Huh. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain too hard about mouse badges. Generally speaking. Alright, police station. We're just gonna go straight there. Bucky, what are you doing here? Phew, that trip between Grand Bridge and Hyatt Hill's quite a haul, even for old Bucky. I imagine so. Good work. Why are you here? Hey, for my customers, I would do anything. You guys want a ride? A ride? From here, you mean? Wouldn't that be infeasible? The word infeasible is not in Bucky's dictionary, and it shouldn't be in yours either. I don't know what it means. If you want to ride, Bucky has some great boats here. What? No. What? I don't understand why this is one of his boat places. I don't want to ride, though, because I'm going over here. Thanks, Bucky, the Winter Soldier. Okay, for whatever reason, that's a boat stop. Yeah, there is no water. The mission of the Misthallery Police Force? Yeah, no, alright, we haven't read this one. Sorry, I've wasted your time deliberately. Hey, is Grosky here? You folks sure are persistent. Chief Jakes is back now. Our chief is amazingly talented. Tell him I said so, will you, please? Chief's office straight down the left corridor. Go ahead. It's fine. Great. Something new.
Oh, your poor leaves look sad. The plant needs water.
How terrible. They really don't look healthy at all.
I know. We can sneak in later and water.
How exciting. Stealth water missions. Yeah. Any puzzles for me?
There are policemen at work inside. I can't make out what they're saying.
We should avoid listening at closed doors, especially to police officers. Anything? Nothing? No? Nah? No? Alright. Let's go in here.
What kind of person calls himself Third Eye?
Humility may not be the chief's strong suit. He sounds like an excellent detective nonetheless. Let's reserve judgment until we meet the man. Hello, hi, just letting ourselves in. Wow, Mafia Don. I like that the police car's going by outside. IRL. That's great. That's great to add in. This guy's a police chief?
I'm gonna eat you. So you're the archaeologist who took it upon himself to investigate this Specter, eh?
Yes, my name is Layton. It's a pleasure to...
Layton, huh? Never heard of ya. How's your investigation going?
Well, we're just getting started, to be honest.
He looks pretty typical for someone with 3 eyes.
Emmy, shush!
Chief Jakes, did you investigate the death of Mr. Bard last year?
No, we just let one go, eh? Why, you think Bard's death has something to do with the Specter?
I believe there is the possibility of a connection, yes. You determined that the death of Mr. Bard was a suicide. How did you determine that?
Because we found a will.
The mere presence of a will is not enough to indicate suicide, is it?
No, it's not. Kind of like how a tall hat isn't enough to indicate a competent investigator.
I'm not challenging your judgment, Chief Jakes. I just need to confirm some facts.
Confirm this. Bard threw himself off a cliff. We got a witness.
Clark Triton was your witness.
So you done some homework. Yes, Mayor Triton witnessed it while he was out fishing. A thing he likes to do. If you got a problem, you can take it up with the mayor himself.
I see. Well, thank you for your cooperation.
Why don't you go and dig us up some buried treasure now? Heh? Heh?
Quite.
Layton, you know why they call me Third Eye Jakes?
Yes, I do. They call you that because you haven't left a single case unsolved.
It's because I haven't left a single... Yeah, that! And, you know how I've done that?
By making crap up and just considering it solved when you don't know the answer? Well, I couldn't say for certain without a full investigation.
Let me save you some legwork. I've solved every one of my cases because I see everything. I see you outsiders crushing my sleepy little hamlet. I see the mayor's son running around town with some strange weirdo.
With all due respect, Chief, we were asked to investigate the Specter.
Yes, by the mayor himself.
Really? Did the mayor ask that you drag his boy around town while you investigate Mr. Bard's death?
My father doesn't care to even know where I am right now.
All the more reason he may want to know about Layton here sticking his nose where it don't belong.
We should be going now.
Layton, I've got my eyes on you. All three of them. I want you out of Misthallery. You got it? I give you 24 hours to pack your stuff, get in that funny little car of yours, and go back to London. The clock's ticking, Layton, and this is not negotiable.
You can't do that.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
That's not fair.
Let's just go.
Tick-tock, Layton. Would hate to see you stuck.
Ooh. Yeah. No, this is normal. This is fine.
So you just thought of something funny that happened. Something funny happened earlier, and I was just thinking about your funny little car.
Chief Jakes is a legend in Misthallery because of his track record for solving crimes. The chief is said to let no case go unsolved, but the townsfolk hold him in high regard for this reason. Jakes always seems to be one step ahead of everyone else. Huh. How does he know about the car?
Because he sees everything with his third eye.
Okay. Yeah.
Chief Jakes can't treat us like this. What should we do?
We shall deal with Jakes. Right now, I'm a little more concerned about something else.
The police are supposed to protect people. Why would he act like that?
Jakes wants us off this case for some reason. Regardless, we have a duty to seek the truth here. And to that end, it's time to speak with Clark. Very well. Can we go back in here and find things that we didn't see? Yes, good. Ha 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 ha! Puzzles! What a beautiful fireplace. It looks like someone has taken good care of it.
You know, I have a puzzle about a fireplace that's been burning a hole in my mind.
Have you, Emmy? 88! Okay, alright. No, I'll take it. I'll do it. In an average 365-day year, the family in this house burns 1 bundle of wood per day in the fireplace. In the 3-month period starting this month, the family will burn 3 more bundles of wood than in the 3-month period after it. From this information alone, can you guess what the current month is? Express your answer as a number. So, okay. So, February is going to involve in this because it only has 28 days. So, alright, let's see. Okay. January, February, March, April, May, June. So, there are 31 days in January. There are 28 in February. Let's draw this whole thing out. Let's just do a year. And the number of days, 31. Everything else has 30. So there's lots of 31s to go around. And I think the July-August pattern is there. So along these lines, if we take 30 as the average, then we really have, because I would like to draw a new set of numbers of how far we deviate from the mean. So that means we have 1, -2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 0, 0, 0, 0. So let's see. The difference of 3. 3-month period starting this month, the family will burn 3 more bundles of wood than in the 3-month period after it. So if this is our low point, and if we go back from January, then we have November, which gives us 0, 1, 1. So that's 30 plus 31 plus 31. So in this period, there would be 92. And the next period, that's 89. So yeah, starting February, that 3-month period would burn 89 bundles of wood. And you would do 92 if you start in November. So, I think it's November.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure. I love the
Nice.
thrill of a good solution.
The answer is 11, meaning November. Since it's an average 365 days of year, February will only have 28 days. Therefore, the 3-month period starting in February has a fewer number of days in which the family will burn wood. Yeah, wow, they charted out the whole thing. You don't need to do that. I think you just have to know that February has fewer days than normal. Okay. Thanks, Emmy. Thanks for wasting our time.
I'm happy to make you proud, Professor.
Oh, what's here? What's here? Bent cufflink. Yeah, that's really valuable. Let's look at our collection while we're in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at how complete this is looking. Spot mineral flex and of silver when it catches the light. A rare tome indeed, given that it also bears the title Rare Tome. I find that it being broken only adds to its charm. Looks good. We got a nice selection in our collection. It casts a powerful presence as it marks each passing second. And it has a coin inside of it.
I admire the inventor of the grandfather clock.
I read about him once. Did he discover the principle behind it?
No, his grandchildren did.
Oh, I know who this is. It's on the tip of my tongue. Of course, him.
He's very famous.
A famous composer in the late 17th century, if I'm not mistaken.
It must be awfully hard to change the light bulbs up there.
High ceilings really do make a room bigger.
A bit dim for my liking. As is everything else in here. Harump, harump, harump. Alright, I think that's a pretty thorough investigation.
Tick-tock, Layton. Tick-tock.
Indeed. Is it Mozart? You know, it's a vague enough picture that it's kind of hard to tell. So maybe. Alright, let's make our way over to Clark. Hopefully the police aren't going to be crazy now. Chief's office is to the left! Right. Okay, nothing new. Let's just head to Clark's, I guess. And I think we will take a ride with Bucky in his crazy boat that is not attached to water. If you want to ride, Bucky has some great boats here! Let's go to Boat Pier 1, because that's the closest to Clark's. Yes, please, Bucky. There's no water there. How did you do that, Bucky? You're crazy, Bucky. Whatever. Whatever, Bucky. Whatever. It's fine. Let's head on in. Oh. It doesn't look like Clark is here.
Mr. Layton, shush.
We must keep it a secret from Clark that Luke left the house.
Well, of course, but I'm sure Clark has noticed that his boy is gone by now. Maybe he's actually worried about his son. Maybe he's actually really upset about it, huh? Let's go into his office. Nope, he's just been here the whole time. He has no idea. Great. How's the investigation, Herschel? I trust that Luke hasn't been too bothersome after sneaking out. Quite the contrary. Luke has been very helpful. Clark, I need to ask you something. Of course. What is it, Herschel? I need you to tell me what you know about Evan Bard's death. Oh. I'll tell you the same thing I told the police. I saw someone fall off a cliff. That's it. I didn't see anyone else around. I didn't even know it was Bard when it happened. Jakes closed the case as a suicide. Yes, well, that would make sense. What about the will? Why would Bard leave you his land deeds? Evan was my only friend in town with whom I could discuss intellectual matters, Herschel. You would have liked him very much. Of course, I was still surprised by the will. Chief Jakes confirmed the will and acted as the executor. He took care of everything for me. I became an extensive landowner overnight. I've been dealing with the red tape ever since. And Ariana and her brother? They are still the expected heirs as far as I'm concerned. I planned to oversee the land until they were of age. Unfortunately, it's unlikely that Ariana will live long enough to see that happen. So you know about her illness? Of course. It's tragic. I don't know what I would do if such a fate were to befall Luke. Evan was so attentive to his children. I was surprised he didn't make provisions for them. And do you agree with Jake's conclusion of Bard's death? Well, he's much more qualified to make that judgment than I. They call him Third Eye, after all. Yes, I've heard about that. Herschel, the man had practically eliminated crime in Misthallery. Aside from the activities of witches and specters, of course. What are you implying, Herschel? Please, just this once, stop speaking in riddles. Some cases are deceptive. If the criminal confesses, the complaint is withdrawn. Case solved. Yes, go on. It's a common pattern among solved cases. Herschel, you don't think Jake's had anything to do with Bard's death, do you?
Would Master like to have his dinner now?
Dolan, please. You gave me quite a start. How long have you been there? Why you do this?
Only moments, sir. I apologize if you did not hear me knock. Am I disturbing the Master?
No, of course not. Yes, dinner would be splendid. Herschel, Emmy, will you join us? And I will not take no for an answer. It's a rhetorical question. We have several aged wines in the cellar, Herschel. Perhaps you could go down and select a bottle for us. You want me to pick a wine? Very well, the most expensive one.
Perhaps the Master would prefer I select a wine to go with dinner, as I am the butler, and that is my job.
Oh, no, our friend Layton is quite the wine aficionado. Isn't that so, old boy? Herschel, please. Well, it would be my pleasure. Where is the wine cellar? And then he bops him on the head and shoves him in there. No, hopefully, I really want to like Clark, actually. Why does Dolan not like that as much as he does? Leave Clark's study. Alright.
I didn't know you were into wine, Professor. Is there anything you don't know about?
To be honest, I'm more of a tea aficionado. I actually don't know much about wine at all.
Really? So why did Clark say that? You do?
It seems Clark fabricated a reason for us to go downstairs. There must be something there. I think we should do as he wishes.
The cellar's through the blue door past the first floor entry.
Okay. Something is wrong with Clark or Dolan. Or both. Alright, this blue door. Huh. Wine cellar.
Looks like a normal cellar to me. What are we supposed to notice?
Luke, does anything look out of the ordinary to you?
No, not really. Actually, the cellar's been off limits lately, so I can't say for sure.
Off limits, eh? Did you get caught down here scarfing fruit tarts between meals, Luke?
That's very specific.
What? No, they were eclairs, and that is hardly the point. Shh, quiet.
What is it, Emmy?
I thought I heard something. Maybe I imagined it.
Perhaps it was a mouse.
I beg your pardon?
My apologies, Luke. I wonder if there is something we're missing. Maybe if we stop talking...
Professor Layton, is there anything I can do to help?
No, we're fine, Dolan. Thank you. Dolan, did you happen to know Mr. Bard as well?
Yes, I know it isn't kind to speak ill of the departed, but Mr. Bard was a man who charged exorbitant rents to those who lived on his land. Some believe it was not suicide, but rather that he was thrown from the cliff by an angry tenant. Surely a cultured man like yourself is aware how the locals gossip.
It's unfortunate that is how Bard is remembered.
Most everyone knew him, and most everyone despised him. He's a real Scrooge type. Oh, but I do prattle on. If you have selected a wine, I can carry on with preparing dinner.
Dolan, has my dad seemed normal to you lately, or specifically not normal? Abnormal?
He has been rather preoccupied, I would say. He's been spending much of his time in the study.
Yes, clearly Clark has other matters at hand. Let's get going.
You're not staying for dinner?
We'll have to do it another time. Please, give my regrets to Clark.
Thanks for your help, Doland.
Of course, do be careful. But first, let's look around the wine cellar for things.
Like a puzzle that I found with the first click. For a wine rack, the bottles are arranged rather haphazardly.
Did someone forget to organize them properly? Let's start pulling them randomly. What could go wrong? Definitely not a secret passage.
These bottles on the floor can be rather dangerous. Let's put them away before someone breaks one. Puzzle number 89, proper storage. In order to store this fine wine in an appropriate manner, the following rules must be observed. White wine should always be stored so that there is only one bottle on any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Red wine should also be stored so that there is only one bottle on the same horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. The two bottles already in the crate cannot be moved. They are permanent. Can you figure out a way to store it? So, let's just start putting things up at random. Something like that. Is that it? Let's try it.
This took some creative thinking.
Okay, cool.
No puzzle is without an answer.
Well done. The bottles may be placed as shown in the two diagrams. Oh, that was nice of them to show both of us. Who would have thought that storing wine was so complicated? It makes a nice pattern, actually. And I don't think that's true of wine at all. Perfect.
I didn't know storing wine was so complicated.
It isn't. They're pretty clearly all over the dang place.
Well, this bottle is dated the year I was born.
Mature vintages are said to have a more subtle flavor.
Wouldn't it make you ill to drink something that old?
You'd think so, Luke. But honestly, it's wine. It'll make you ill anyway. It's basically poison. Dirty cape! Why is there a dirty cape in your basement? I mean, it's probably just a coincidence.
Somebody's good at stacking boxes. It's me.
Those look very heavy indeed. They must be packed full of things.
I don't think I could even pick one of those up off the floor. I'm so small.
Coins? He asks us for coins. No? No coins for me? Ah, alright, okay. My coin lust has been temporarily satiated, he says as he keeps clicking. Let's head on out of the basement. What could go wrong? We're leaving, don't try to stop us, babushka. Don't even try it.
So, what do you think, Professor?
Between our trip to the library and Clark's story, there are many questions about Bard's death. This, coupled with the Specter not being reported outside of Misthallery, troubles me. It would appear that someone is carefully manipulating information about these two events.
A falsified report and a cover-up conspiracy. This is shaping up to be quite a case. But who is capable of doing this?
Only one person.
Who, Luke?
Chief Jakes. He's in a position to do those things.
Luke is right. Jakes is the only one in this town capable of both.
He's a public servant. That's unforgivable.
Emmy, your faith in public servants is inspiring, but misplaced. However, there is no doubt that Jakes is withholding information. We need to find out more about him. Continue investigating in town. Time to just wander around and...
Oh, Inspector Grosky, your muscles glisten in the country just as they do back in London. How dreamy.
Hannah, what are you doing here?
The Grosky, I would walk on coals to get here, but I just took a cab.
Emmy, do you know this woman?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah. She likes to hang around Scotland Yard.
I think Grosky's searching for someone. He said something about a lead. Oh, how exciting. He was even more determined than usual. I wish he would search for me with that kind of passion.
He said he had a lead. Which way did he go?
He just ran off that way. He's probably still at that 4-way intersection thingy.
We might still be able to catch him. Let's go. Clearly she's following us. New episode has been added to the trunk. Hannah in love. Well, let's... Do you have a puzzle for us, Hannah? No. Let's look at her episode, though. Hannah in love.
Another day of working a dead-end job. I'm feeling awful. Oh, I don't want to go home to that cold, lonely apartment. I need some excitement in my life. Ah!
Someone punch her?
Oh, apologies, miss. I was chasing after a dangerous criminal. I didn't hurt you, did I?
I'm all right. You aren't injured, are you?
Grosky injured? I think not, ma'am. Now I'm hot on the trail of a crook, so I'll take my leave. Stop there in the name of Grosky.
Wow, he's dreamy. Those bulging muscles, that pompadour, and that chest hair. Ooh. And yet, he was sensitive enough to worry about me. Such a gentleman. It's like he walked right out of my dreams. How wonderful! Why worry about my job or my apartment? I should worry about winning that man's heart. I must go home and get ready for this new, full-time commitment. Wait for me, Grosky. I won't be but a short while. My big bear prince, my man of chesty destiny.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so that's how it started. Not terribly interesting, but hey, at least we know. Bucky? Where are you, Bucky? You not manning your boat? Uh-oh.
What's this?
Uh-oh, we're about to get roughed up.
Gentlemen, I hope we're not going to have any trouble here.
Let Amy take care of this. We are leaving. Wow. Vomits everywhere. She's all about those gut punches, huh? Timber!
Emmy, your methods are unorthodox, but very effective.
Thanks, Emmy.
Thanks. Whenever you need a little muscle, you just let me know, Professor.
The strongest woman in the game.
I'll keep that in mind.
Strongest person in the game, jeez.
Who are these men? Do you think Jake sent them after us?
Yes.
Looks like Jakes didn't want to wait the full 24 hours to get rid of us.
Was Mr. Bard killed by these thugs?
Unfortunately, we can't say for certain.
However, yes, definitely.
Oi, Layton! Emmy! I got a very corporeal lead on that Specter of yours.
Really? That's great, Inspector.
The police chief in this town is really on top of his game. He said that an English gentleman and a young lady with an American attitude abducted the mayor's son. He added that they were posing as investigators when in fact they were controlling the Specter. Sounds like you two have made some fast friends here. Is any of this true? Layton, explain yourself.
Chief Jakes hasn't given us a warm welcome, that's for certain. Don't be fooled, Inspector. Jakes is behind this. We know it.
Jakes, really? So he's trying to pull one over on me, huh? Aye, Grosky of the yard. Shan't stand for such shenanigans.
Inspector, wait! He really is quick for someone his size. Ha, yes. One would need a time machine to stay ahead of Grosky, but would likely not ever to find one of those. Professor, we didn't get to tell Grosky what's happening. Should we go after him? No, let's avoid running into Jakes, again if possible. We need to continue our investigation. My concern is growing about this situation with Jakes, however.
Yes. Things getting interesting round here. But I think that's all for tonight because Chapter 8 is beginning. So, that's going to be it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Tune in next time for Chapter 8, Face to Face with the Specter. Bye for now.